Okay, so I'm gonna record this intro now so that it can be included in all of my future videos. What I say, unless I am reading scripture or directly quoting a prophet, is my opinion and my opinion alone. I might follow the archaeological evidence or the science that exists, but it is mine and it is my opinion. It's not the church's opinion, it's no one else's. It's just mine. So this little clip here will go in front of every other video I make so that people can't say that I'm misrepresenting the church. I'm not exactly sure how I want to put this. I wanted to voice my opinion on something that is really, really controversial right now. But I'm hoping that maybe my voice will be heard by someone who's experiencing these feelings, these unknowings. So here goes. Transgender is not a thing. Now, let me expound on that. I've been working with people who are of the transgender persuasion and have been doing so now for a little over a month. And, well, let's just say I've learned a couple of things about what it is and why they say they are what they are. And here's basically what I've learned. I've learned that people who are transgender believe that they are what they are because of how their brains work, right? So the human brain operates in a certain way. Me, with autism, operates differently than most people. The people with transgender brain, who claim to be transgender, their brains operate in such a way that if it's a girl and they believe they're a boy, it's because their brain operates in a similar way that a male's operates. And transgender boys that think they're women, their brain operates in a similar way to a average woman. Now, here's why I say transgender doesn't exist. Because transgender didn't exist 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Children were raised that, and should still be raised, that it doesn't matter what you think like, you are what you are. And I've noticed that there's this trend, right, that women who say they're transgender and are boys are still attracted to the male persuasion. Generally, it's a transgender male. And women and men who are of the transgender persuasion are still attracted to women. Again, generally a transgender woman. They are still attracted to the opposite gender. Sexuality, gender, and sex, that's what you are, male or female, are the same thing. Gender's not fluid, neither is genetic sexuality. So no, there's no such thing as transgender. You might be a boy who thinks more like a girl, but you're still a boy. You're still a male. You just think more like a woman. You might want to act more like a woman, but you're still a male. You're not a female in a male's body. The same with transgender women. You might be a woman who thinks more like a man, but that doesn't mean that you're a man in a woman's body. It is okay to embrace those differences without saying, well, this is what gender I'm supposed to be. No, you can say, this is the gender that I what's the word? That I understand, that I get along with. You don't teach your children that if they think like a man, they must be a man. No, you teach your children that if they're a man and they think like a man, they're a man. If they're a woman and they think like a man, they're a woman that thinks like a man. The same with the other way around. If it's a man that thinks, or if it's a woman that thinks like a woman, it's a woman. If it's a man that thinks like a woman, it's a man that thinks like a woman. It's not a woman in a man's body. It's not a man in a woman's body. Gender isn't fluid. There's no such thing. It's the most ridiculous, worst thing you can teach a child. Now, someone might ask, well, what about homosexuality? Homosexuality is different. The brain, again, operates wrong. You can't fix it. It's not something you can fix. Like, you can't fix autism. It's not a fixable thing. It is a problem in the brain that causes men to be attracted to men or women to be attracted to women. But there's actually something physically wrong with that person that can't be fixed. There's no way to fix the wiring in a person's brain. You can't do it. You can learn to adjust or learn to compensate, learn to do what you can, right? But there's something, but then that brings up the issue, well, that means that they're broken, that there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong with these people. Just because your brain doesn't operate like the norm doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you need to be fixed. It might mean maybe you need a little bit of help to overcome the difficulties of your brain not operating by the norm. My brain doesn't operate by the norm. Yeah, I need help all the time. I get as much help as I can. Why do I get as much help as I can? Because I need help. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with needing help. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't operate in the norm. But don't use that as an excuse to teach your children that it's okay to be a boy that turns into a girl. Or to teach your boy that it's okay to turn into a girl. Do you know why? Because transgender males that turn into women can never give birth. Therefore, they cannot be women. Because that is a defining feature of women, is that they are capable of giving birth. They don't have a proper operating womb or ovary. Transgender males or females that become males will never have proper operating prostate or testes. Therefore, they can never cause a woman to conceive. That means that they're not a woman or not a man. Without proper functioning reproductive organs, you are not whatever gender you were. And now that's not saying that people that have had cancer or whatever and have had to have those parts removed are no longer men or women, because they were born with proper functioning reproductive organs for the gender that they classify as, right? But those who have reassignment surgery, those transgenders that have reassignment surgery, were not born with those organs. They don't get uteruses placed inside their body with ovaries or testes implanted into a false ball sack. They get plastic balls put into a ball sack. Or they have a false vagina from inverting their dick. Look, reassignment surgery does not give you fully functioning operating reproductive organs for the gender that you think you want to be. It is okay to tell your child who says, Dad, I feel like a boy, to tell that daughter, that's okay to want to be like the boys, but you're not a boy, you're a girl. You're a beautiful girl, and someday some boy will love you for who you are. And it's okay to tell a boy who feels more like the girls around him, that's okay to want to put on makeup and feel pretty. It's okay to want to be like these young ladies, but you're not a young lady. You're a boy. And someday some girl will love you for who you are. It's okay to tell these people these things. But that's not what the world is telling people. And what the world is telling people is not okay. These people don't need to be fixed. They don't need to be turned into something they're not. They need to embrace who they are without overindulging some falsehood about what they're not. This is something I've wanted to post about for a while, but I haven't had the delicacy. I haven't known how to put it. And I still don't know if I was delicate, I guess, enough. I'm rarely delicate enough. So, I am posting this. It is going out for all those that watch my channel. Thanks for watching. This is going to be posted separately from my post for the week. This is just going to be a little side post. It's actually a rather long side post, but hopefully somebody will see it, and maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe it'll help them understand who they are as a precious daughter or son of God, and that they're given these challenges for a reason, so that they can learn and grow. Anyway, I love you all. Have a wonderful day, or night, or whenever you're watching this. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.